Hello, lovely viewers. Welcome to today's episode of Voice of Ghana. I'm Hannah Alote, your host. Today, we will be discussing about one of Ghana's most talked about policy, free SHS policy. Is it truly a step forward or a challenge in disguise? Joining me are my three guests, Miss Cornelia, an education policy expert, Miss Edith, a mother whose children have benefited from free SHS, and Jane, a student and a direct beneficiary from free SHS. Let's dive deep. Free SHS was a policy that was introduced in the year 2017 by the Akufo-Addo-led administration. How has it impacted our society? How how are our young people in Ghana benefiting from it? What are the effects of free SHS policy? Miss Cornelia, as an education policy expert, what are the goals behind the initiative, free SHS policy?
Thank you, Miss Anna, for inviting me to this show. Let me use this opportunity to greet my viewers out there. Free SHS, a policy by the MPP government, was made to make education free and to break the barrier of fee paying in the secondary school.
Thank you, Miss Cornelia. Let's hear from a parent, Miss Edith. Miss Edith, what has the free SHS policy meant for your family?
Thank you, Miss Hannah. It is a huge relief. I had three children in SHS. Before 2017, school fees was a huge burden. But now, with free education, I don't have to worry about school fees, textbook, or even feeding.
That's quite powerful. Jane, you were a student who benefited directly. How has it helped you?
Thank you, Miss Hannah. It has changed my life, and my parents were struggling financially without a free SHS, and I would have probably dropped out of school if this policy wasn't introduced by the MPP government, which I think is a plus for them because it changed my life. Not only me, I think children across Ghana's life has been changed a lot since they are all able to get access to the secondary cycle education.
Wow, that's inspiring. But with every policy, there are challenges. So, as a student, have you noticed any in your school?
Thank you. Yes, although there are challenges with this policy, especially the classrooms being overcrowded, um, government supplying of food which doesn't come early, and also students struggling to get places to sleep, as in accommodation. That was the major challenge of this policy. But I think as time goes on, the government will do its best to improve this policy that was introduced.
That's quite interesting. Thank you. Miss Edith, from a parent's point of view, have you noticed any shortcomings?
Thank you, Miss Hannah. Although the although the school is free, but some parents pays classes fee, transportation, and even school buying new school uniform for their children. And some parents also saying that government delays on their policy, like providing the school with their necessary equipment. Thank you.
Thank you. Clearly, the policy had both high points and growing pains. What can be done to make it better? Miss Cornelia, can we hear from you?
Okay. I think building of new infrastructures and also reducing the intake of students in classrooms. For instance, if a class of 100 can be reduced to, let's say, 70, I'm sure it would help reduce the rate at which there is pressure when there is delay in logistics.
Thank you. That's very much interesting. Miss Edith, anything about?
Thank you once again. I agreed. The government should involve parents too in the policy because because they are also in the education system too. Thank you.
Miss Jane?
Thank you. I think the government should the government should set aside some funds which would help build more infrastructures for students to occupy when they move to various schools. And also the government should try its best to um, bring an initiative where teachers could teach the students extra time, since when we get to the final year we are compelled to pay classes fees in order for them to teach us extra, give us extra tuition. So I think the government should do something about it. Thank you.
Thank you all for your time. Free SHS is clearly in the right direction, but it comes with challenges that Ghana must address head on. Listeners, what are your views on this topic? Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you very much for your time. See you next time. Bye.